From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Oh, he's going to... And the defense loses him. It's complete. 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, 92 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there.
Davis on the return. The Jets take over first and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
The field goal. A very long attempt.
And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Hey, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow,
I guess I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
On the return. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Back at the 20-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Darnold from the gun. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They go play action. Mayfield looking deep for Gabriel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, that's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Down and goal.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
The goal line.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Let's go. Defense. Check 42 to Mike. Check 42.
Now it's Darnold. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Take over 1st and
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete here.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Browns 28, Jets nothing.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go, D. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Here's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Jets.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 38-yard line.
From the 38, Darnold. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. Red 80. Check red 80.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Jamal Adams.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Now Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a first down carry by Bell. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell.
28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and
from just shy of midfield. Darnold caught here by Griffin. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. Bell a first down and then some. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
23 more yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. On second and goal, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Jets field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So you wonder what's going on in that head right about now. That's 2 missed field goals for him now, and this one should have been no problem.
For an NFL kicker, you're thinking 97, 98% from this distance, and this one somehow fails to go through. And that's 3 points you just absolutely have to count on getting.
You can't block me. He's crashing. Real. Shoot. Check out.
Mayfield on first down. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Jets take over.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. It's certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at the 40.
Kill.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Check 26, check 26.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Regular. Watch out. Hurry. Alert 3.
Play fake. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the curve. Run. Alert.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Point it right. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. No. Hey, alert.
From the 27, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. 11 yards there. First down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are pouring it on. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. That's taken on the 25. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hurry! Hey, alert 33.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns continue to roll.
The kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
Browns 49, Jets 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
Double dog. That's here we go. Right, check 33.
This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He finds his target. It's Crowder.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down by Grant.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Jets on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So special teams lets them down again. That's now 3 missed field goals in 4 attempts thus far.
And, partner, no matter what metric you use, that is not getting the job done. On the sidelines, you got to encourage him, but that's 9 points they know they should have had.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
9-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
It's out to the left and complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
29-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets,